Hello everyone from Cinematic Cravings. Today we're going to look at why it took so long for The Old Guard 2 to come out, and we're going to look at new updates and news about the movie. But before we get to that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would love it if you would be selfless and take 1 second to subscribe to the channel and like the video. So let's get started. The Old Guard 2 has been highly anticipated by fans since the success of its predecessor, and there have been positive updates despite delays. Matthias Schoenaerts, who stars in the film, shared in February 2024 that post-production is nearing completion, bringing the sequel closer to its release on Netflix. While a specific release date hasn't been confirmed, Schoenaerts' comments suggest that the wait may soon be over. Filming for The Old Guard 2 wrapped up in September 2022, signaling progress in the production process. However, concerns arose after Netflix shelved another film due to post-production delays. Still, Schoenaerts' assurance that the sequel is in its final stages of post-production brings hope that The Old Guard 2 won't face a similar fate and will likely grace our screens in the near future. Fans eagerly await news of an official release date and the first trailer, which are expected to drop soon. The buzz around the Old Guard franchise, known for its gripping action and compelling characters, fuels anticipation for what the sequel has in store. With the success of the first film as one of Netflix's standout action movies, expectations are high for the continuation of the story. I think the potential release date of Christmas Eve 2024 is speculative, but not unfounded given the progress in post-production and the usual timing of major films. As audiences await new developments, excitement for The Old Guard 2 continues to build, fueled by the anticipation of beloved characters returning for another exciting adventure. For now, let's hope the release date and first trailer arrive soon. Now let's talk about all the details you need to know about The Old Guard 2 and its story arc. In The Old Guard 2, fans can look forward to the return of the main cast members from the first film. Charlize Theron reprises her role as Andy, leading the team of immortal warriors. Kiki Lane returns as Niall, alongside Matthias Schoenaerts as Booker, Marwan Kenzari as Joe, and Luca Marinelli as Nikki. These actors form the core group of immortal fighters, each bringing their unique skills and personalities to the sequel. Chiwetel Ejiofor's character Copley, who underwent a significant transformation in the first movie, is confirmed to make a comeback in The Old Guard 2. However, it remains unclear what role he will play in the sequel, whether he will continue to assist the team from the sidelines or have a more active involvement in their missions. Another crucial return is Veronica Ngo as Quinge, a character with a complex history intertwined with Andy's. In the comics, Quinn is known as Noriko and is of Japanese descent. However, the decision was made to adapt the character to be Vietnamese to align with Ngo's heritage. This change respects Ngo's identity and ensures authenticity in the character's portrayal. Michael Ward's character Lycan, a fallen Old Guard member, could also have a more significant role in the sequel. Despite his apparent demise, his story might be explored further, especially regarding his relationship with Andy and Quint. Excitingly, The Old Guard 2 introduces 2 new faces to the cast: Uma Thurman and Henry Golding. Details about their characters and whether they will be allies or adversaries to Andy and her team are currently undisclosed, adding an element of mystery and anticipation to the upcoming sequel. Their inclusion hints at new dynamics and challenges that the Old Guard will face in their next adventure. The Old Guard ended with several intriguing elements that set the stage for The Old Guard 2 and hinted at the direction the sequel might take. One of the most significant revelations came in the credits scene, where Booker encounters Quinn, who has mysteriously escaped from the depths of the ocean after her long imprisonment. This unexpected reunion sets up a tantalizing dynamic for the sequel, as Quinn's intentions, whether seeking vengeance or reconciliation with Andy, remain a mystery that fans eagerly await to be explored. Greg Rucka's sequel comic book, Force Multiplied, further delves into Quinn's return and her motivations. She believes that immortality has been bestowed upon them not to save humanity but to make it suffer, and she seeks Andy's partnership in her quest, including rekindling their past romantic relationship. This storyline promises intense emotional and philosophical dilemmas for the characters in The Old Guard 2. Another crucial development from the first film is Andy's realization that she has lost her immortality. A stab wound fails to heal, indicating that she is no longer unbreakable. This newfound vulnerability adds a layer of tension and unpredictability to Andy's character, making each battle potentially her last. This shift from the original comic book adds depth to the sequel's narrative and explores themes of mortality and sacrifice amidst immortal warriors. Charlize Theron's character Andy will also undergo a visual transformation in The Old Guard 2, sporting a striking new hairstyle, a mullet. This change reflects the passage of time and adds visual symbolism to Andy's evolving journey in the sequel. While specific plot details for The Old Guard 2 are yet to be revealed, these elements set the stage for a compelling continuation of the story, blending action, emotion, and existential themes that made the first film a success. As fans await the sequel's release, the hints from the ending and the sequel comic book promise an exciting and thought-provoking exploration of the Old Guard's immortal existence and their enduring bonds. Charlize Theron's portrayal of Andy in the first film was captivating, and I can't wait for her return in the sequel. Theron has a remarkable ability to add depth and emotion to her characters, making her stand out in the action genre. After watching the first movie, I dove into the comics and was blown away by the rich storytelling and complex characters. The Old Guard's narrative is compelling and offers a unique perspective on immortality, loyalty, and the human condition. The sequel has a strong foundation to build on thanks to the depth of the source material. Netflix has a history of making successful sequels to popular movies, and The Old Guard 2 looks set to continue that trend. The combination of a talented cast, engaging stories, and high-quality production values bodes well for the sequel's success. Fans of the original film, as well as newcomers to the series, are likely to be interested in the sequel's intriguing plot and character developments. One of the aspects of the sequel that excites me is the exploration of Andy's fragility and mortality. This adds a new layer of complexity to his character and raises the stakes for the team, making their challenges and victories even more compelling. That's all for now. What do you think about this subject? What do you think the sequel will be like? And what are you most curious about? Let us know in the comments. For more content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video.